But Howard,
I think what you're telling me is we ain't getting anybody.
The flip side is our celebrity's going to, leave them faster.
That's right.
But that's what they need.
They like that.
But then I guess they're not looking.
Then they get another celebrity.
You can have Carmen when she's 48.
That's right. That's when she'll date you, Tom.
I'm married.
Yeah,
I can't have Carmen, period.
You won't be married
Elizabeth
then.
Taylor had a construction worker at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look who Elizabeth Taylor was dating. Elizabeth Taylor had Richard Burton twice, a hotel magnate. What's his name? Nicky Hilton?
Nicky Hilton. She had that producer. She even had that...
Eddie Fisher.
Senator.
Yeah. She had a senator. But guess what? Who she had at the end? A goddamn plumber or something. You know what I mean?
She met in rehab.
Yeah. She met in rehab.
That's right.
A construction worker with a drug problem.
That's right.
But yeah, Howard, here's the question. If you're a celebrity guy, which you are, you could be with a normal girl. You don't have to be with them.
That's right, because that's
but
great.
You want the worship. See, guys are different from women.
Mm.
They need the cheerleader.
You think I'm going to waste my time chasing after Kylie? Why should I do that?
But I was
because
saying.
in all that time, she's going to bang 50 people.
Yeah, she's going to make me feel bad.
Here's the deal. Say in your book Kylie's a 10. There are a million...
Say in your book. Where is she not a 10?
She is a 10.
She's a 10, right? There are a million 8s walking around who aren't famous and don't have the attitude.
There you go. There you go.
So
a million 8s.
You go down 2 notches.
I'd rather bang a million 8s than have a 10 who's going to make me feel bad.
1 10 or a million 8. You guys are crazy.
Anyway, speaking of 8s and 4s and 2s, I got a 1 here. Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert Gottfried's a 1.
Does he even get a 1?
No. I'm being nice because he's my guest.
What is he, Robin?
What is Gilbert?
He is not on the scale.
He's a 2 at best.
Gary or Gilbert?
Because he has fame.
Gilbert, are you a 1? We're talking about Kylie
about
and
a 2.
Kylie and Carmen are 10s. Gilbert, you're a 1. What'd you do? You shave your head? Are you going bald?
Well, no, it's my black thing.
He shaves his head.
He looks like Puff Daddy.
I'm going to say something to you.
Yes.
You're a guy who needs some hair. You need hair on your head. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? You've got too much face now.
Yeah.
And with that physique.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I work out.
He's never worked out a day in his life.
He can't even stand up straight at this point.
I know. It's very embarrassing. Gilbert, what's going on with you?
Well, I did Son of the Beach.
Yeah. Let me say something.
Gilbert in Son of the Beach?
Gilbert is in Son of the Beach. There's an episode coming up. And again, I apologize. I don't know when your episode's coming up. Yeah. I've seen the dailies. I assume you haven't.
No.
I'm the executive producer, so I see everything.
Gilbert see dailies.
No. I am telling you whether you are a Gilbert fan or not. This is Gilbert at his greatest.
They finally found what Gilbert should be doing.
I'm telling you, he plays a Jewish lifeguard, a Hasidic Jewish lifeguard, and it's the funniest. Tell me something.
Hold it.
That, by the way,
tell me first. Is Gilbert in a bathing suit?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. He's a Hasidic guy in a bathing suit. He's wearing the worst beard and mustache, and he's funny. Did they get you to sing at all during the shoot?
No.
Oh, you should have ad-libbed.
Yeah.
Why didn't you ad-lib?
I don't know. I was following the script.
I got to tell you something. I've read all the Son of the Beach scripts, and Jim, Dave, and Tim who write this thing are geniuses. But I got to say something. The one you're in, Chips Agoy, is where the whole gang goes to Israel.
Yeah.
And Chip falls in love with your daughter, and his daughter's name is... It's so funny. It's one of the funniest scripts I ever read. I swear. Don't you?
And also I heard they were trying to get Martin Landau to do a part.
You weren't the first choice?
Yeah. You weren't first choice?
Well,
Son of the Beach?
And Martin Landau said, I like the show, but I do work for, Jewish organizations. I do work for Simon Wiesenthal.
Oh, that's funny.
And this is such an anti-Semitic script.
We know who to call Gilbert, a self-hating Jew.
Gilbert does nothing good for anyone.
Gilbert comes out in a pair of swim trunks.
Yeah.
And he's
I'm there when you tell me Gilbert's in the swim.
Gilbert's legs, I don't think they're human.
Yeah.
You remember the last time we saw Gilbert's legs, he was in the hospital.
But Gilbert, yeah, right. Yeah. Well, they have many sores on them at that point. Gilbert, he's gotten rid of the sores. But Gilbert, really, his delivery and this character he plays is funny.
He's in this character.
He's terrific. You're funny as hell.
Emmy?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Now, Son of the Beach is up for some comedy award. I don't know about an Emmy, but if they put this in the Emmys, Gilbert would win an Emmy.
Is that right?
I'm not kidding. That's how funny it is.
I'm got my fingers crossed for you, Gilbert.
I seen you. I see like Eddie Murphy puts you in movies and stuff. They never use you right. This show.
You are always the Jew.
Yeah.
He's always a Jew. But but they're not the right kind of Jew.
It's not Jewish enough.
I'm calling the guys today. If we have another season, which I assume we will, because
he's got to come back.
He's got to come back. You got to come back as the Jewish lifeguard.
Yeah,
that's funny as hell.
Then I also liked on that show is where there was one part they were doing a close-up of people. They were wearing a swimsuit, but they're doing a close-up. So it was cold on the beach. So everyone, the guy and the three girls, put their pants on. They put sweatpants on.
In between takes.
Yeah. And then one girl even wraps like a robe around her waist. And then they start filming. The director says to the assistant director something and whispers. And the assistant director goes over to the blonde and he goes, "Oh, we can see a robe around your waist." And she takes her robe off, and he goes, "And also the pants. they kind of reflect." Yeah. And then he goes over to the other two girls after they start filming, and he goes, "Oh, I could see you could see just the top." Yeah. They both, so they're all now stripped down to their bikinis, and the guy goes, "Well, I guess I should take my pants off." And they go, "Oh, no, you're fine." Yeah.
Hey, that's how guys work.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, all I'll say is, when this episode is on, I will tell everyone to watch it because I believe this is your greatest role ever.
Yeah.
I am not kidding.
This is my Spartacus.
I'm not. This is your Spartacus. This is your Gone with the Wind.
Calling Gilbert.
Yes.
After seeing him in this
people
role.
will call him for more acting work.
This is my Gladiator.
So you will get tons of acting work off of this because people will now realize who you are. They've never been able to figure out what you are.
A Jew.
A Jew. You are Jewy Jew man.
This is your Jacob the Liar.
You are so Jewish. It's unbelievable. Well, look at you.
It's like one of the writers was Irish, and he was offended by all the Jew reference.
I could tell, though, that you were having fun shooting it, because when I watched the dailies, I could see that. You got into the character. You had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you liked it.
Well, is Gilbert the kind of actor who, when he goes on the set, you can only refer to him as his character name?
No, that guy come up to me in Central Park.
Wait, you were a teenager walking in Central Park? Why do you walk? I can't imagine you walking.
And through the park.
Yeah.
and he starts talking to me, and I'm just kind of walking. I won't stop. And then he says, "Out and out. You want to suck?"
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to suck?
Yeah. And I just turned and ran the other direction.
And he didn't rape you?
Yeah. And the guy goes, I swear to God, he goes, "What are you, a racist?"
No.
Yeah.
He knew you were gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you never had, when you were a young boy, someone, maybe one of your little friends asked you to touch you or a relative?
Sword fight.
I'm saving that for Maury Povich.
I see. You don't want to talk about that here.
Yeah, why waste this good story here?
And when this black guy came on to you, did he ask you to pay him money? Can you see how desperate you are? You look like you got the look of desperation in your eyes.
You look like you got the look of masturbation in your eyes.
That's right. Well, you're probably a gay guy's dream when you were young. You were hairless.
Oh, yeah.
And you were probably very sexy to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he probably seen you in a bathing suit. Let's go to line 10. Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard, what's going on, man?
Hey now.
Hey, since Jackie's gone, man, you got to call Tom in there right now and tell him to bring that contract in there. He's got to get Gilbert on the show, man.
Hire Gilbert to take over for Jackie?
Gilbert, would you do a guest show?
You couldn't replace Jackie, could you?
Well, I could come in every day and demand more money.
Yeah. That you could replace.
I'll come in early each day and go, "I should be getting paid more than I am."
I need more.
Yeah, I need more than this.
Yes, well, you would certainly be an asset to the show.
The amount of work I'm doing here, I should get more money.
You should certainly submit your resume.
Oh, yeah.
Very impressive. Please, be sure to put Son of the Beach on there, too.
Yes.
Do you have a website that I can incessantly promote?
No, I don't even
then you can't have the job. Forget it.
And I'm also doing, those Subway sandwich commercials.
Oh, yeah, you must be making a lot of money now.
And the duck and the Aflac insurance.
Can you make commercials is where the money's at, right? I mean, if you get a Subway sandwich.
You got national.
Yeah, national.
Yeah.
You could, and they keep rerunning them, and every time they start, they hire you for 13 weeks, and then every time they run them again, you get more money, right?
Yeah, that's good.
So what do you make, $100,000 from that?
Yeah, $100.
Well, no, 100,000.
Yeah.
$100.
But do you go in there and you demand more money, right?
I want more money for this. I'm the voice in Subway. I want more money.
Oh, you do the voice.
Yeah.
I see.
It's yeah.
I see. All right, listen.
And the duck.
Do you ever eat Subway?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Well, I think at this point, Gilbert is famous enough to get laid. It's going to happen any day now.
I told you one of the funniest things was, now in Hollywood Squares, at the end, they have people tell jokes over the credits. And one day, I think it was last week or the week before, Gilbert was in the square.
Oh, what pressure.
Miss USA or Miss
America.
Look at you.
Oh, yes.
You bang her?
Oh, yeah, I nailed her.
Right.
And she talks about, the ordeal of being, and being a role model. And, I'm Miss USA, and it's, so wonderful, because people listen to me when I speak. Because, now I discuss issues.
It's an excellent forum for my opinion.
And Gilbert says, yes, and I'm Gilbert Gottfried, and I'm misunderstood.
Yeah. Right. You're always quick.
Yeah.
What a card. But that show, they give you fake answers, like funny answers to, like Miss America isn't funny, so they give her, like I did that show years ago.
Oh, you'd be so surprised. Miss America's so quick.
What a win.
Really? Yeah. It's shocking. No wonder she's Miss America.
She's on top of it.
No, but I mean, I remember you go backstage and they tell you the question. They don't give you the answer. No, they don't give you the answer, but they give you a fake answer, a funny suggestion. Now, do you use those funny answers?
Sometimes I use theirs. Sometimes I make one up.
Yeah.
So then I have the option of saying, like, if it was funny, oh, that was mine.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. I'm sick of you already, but I'm looking into the news. Tired of you.
It's
getting quicker each time.
Exhausting.
Yeah, you know what? You can't replace Jackie. You are really exhausting. But you're going to be at Caroline's on Broadway this Thursday and Friday, and you're going to do your stand-up. And if people are expecting Hollywood Squares, they shouldn't. You are much edgier and darker.
How would you describe your act?
Yeah, describe to people.
Well, let's see. Tom Bergeron will be hosting.
No, and then he asks you questions on the stage. That would be a wonderful act.
And then I'll do a joke and go, no.
You
that's
do some
not
Holocaust humor, right?
All of it.
You like to talk, you like to talk about Hitler. And what do you say about that? Do you ever bring up Hitler in your act? All right, enough of those questions. All right. Go to Carolines.com.
I bet you Gilbert can't even describe what he does. He really doesn't.
Gilbert, is it still the same act, or the one I saw years ago, or have you updated it?
Well, now it's a lot of song parodies, and I bring out the banjo.
Oh, that's good. Well, also see Gilbert, of course, on Hollywood Squares. I got to take a quick break. Come back. We're going to talk about some of the headlines in the news. Okay. This is a chance for you to show off your ad-libbing abilities. Or if you want to do it like Hollywood Squares, we'll write you some ad-libs. And we'll be back right after this.
Ours or your own?
Yes. We'll be back after this.
Howard Stern Show. Howard Stern Show.
I got some big teeth. I need a ring.
Howard. Now, a man who's constantly surrounded by teeth. Howard Stern. Don't touch your dial! To the Howard Stern Show.
What is this? Oh, sick of it. Talking to Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert, of course, will be performing at Caroline's on Broadway this Thursday and Friday. For more information, you go to carolines.com. You get all the Gilbert info you need. Also see Gilbert on Hollywood Squares. You know, I was watching Hollywood Squares one time, and I saw you on there as you were dressed up as Dracula.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought you were going to bring on Dracula Gottfried, and you didn't.
I think I did one line in the Dracula voice, and the audience had no idea what was going on.
Sounded like crickets. It turned into a bad audience.
Oh, yeah. And I thought, oh, the hell with this already.
It's got. In other words, some of your comedy is not suitable for that arena. I see.
Yeah, I want to apologize to Gilbert because he doesn't get the full star treatment when he's in here.
Why? What happened?
During the break before...
But why should we waste full star treatment on him? Who's he?
I got a bottle of water.
Yeah.
A bottle of water. When Carmen Electra and Kylie Bax were here earlier, Howard gets up, he comes around the console, he sits on the edge of it, he entertains them throughout the entire break.
Well, you don't have to say that. No, but you understand, you're a man. I'm not going to be talking to you during the break. In fact, I ignored Gilbert the entire break. Tom came in and had a meeting with me while Gilbert was here.
And that doesn't happen when the big stars are.
That's true. Don't interrupt me with Kylie and Carmen. Gilbert's here. Come on, let's have a meeting.
That's right.
Oh, I did like when Robin said that Kylie and Carmen, it's also good because they have personality.
Yeah.
And a lot of girls who look like that don't.
They don't. I've seen
And I'm thinking that to men, that really makes a big difference.
Yeah, I could care less.
Yeah, with Carmen Electra, you go, oh, yeah, she might be dull.
Get out of here. Maybe you want to hang out with these girls after is what
No, you don't. You know, I don't need to hear personality afterwards.
You don't even know if they have personality.
Gilbert, I know you've been in relationships with women. Your persona is that you don't get women, but I know you do. I'm
like Peter Lawford.
No, I've met girls.
Yeah.
You're not like Peter Lawford. I mean, but I've met girls that have gone out. You're attractive women. After you've finished sexually with them, do you ever have the desire to cuddle or talk to them? Seriously, do you?
I always think, like, if you had, like, sex with, like, Carmen Electra, afterwards you'd probably be like, well, okay, what's on TV now?
Right.
Yeah.
You might actually want to hang with her.
No. I'd say like, you can go to sleep and I'll watch TV.
So that's what. So you. I mean, I know you have sex.
Yes.
And I don't mean just with yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, here's the question: does he go to their house to have sex? Because then he can get up and leave.
Yeah. Is it better to go to the girl's house so you can get out of there, or do you have? Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would you prefer? Have a girl come over to your place and have sex with you? Or would you prefer to go there and just leave?
Well, of course, if you're there, you can leave.
Right, so you like that.
Yeah, because if a girl's there at your house, you got to throw them out.
And do you have to use humor to get women? I mean, do you ever break into one of your characters?
I liked in an interview recently, Rachel Hunter said that, what's his name?
Rod
Stewart is living proof. She says how funny he is, number one.
Yeah, he's a load of laughs.
And she says he's living proof that a man can laugh you into bed.
Oh, yeah. He's worth $800 million.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking rock star.
Laugh once when
there's nothing funny about Rod Stewart.
He's like, gets crowds all over the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's his comedy.
Yeah. You know what? She wants comedy. She should sleep with you.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a load of laughs there. All right. Gilbert and Caroline's, but let's fit in by talking, hey, man, what's happening?
Like every white rock star, every white rapper.
Right. But you never did that. And were you beaten a lot?
I go, well, hello there.
Were you beaten? Like, were you afraid to talk in class?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. You were intimidated?
I always think if I was one of those kids who had a gun,
you would have really shot
I would have opened fire. Sure.
I got news. Yeah, I still think you'd probably unload in high school.
have a gun now.
Go ahead, Robin.
But I just wonder, because he could do a public service. People are wondering, how do you identify these children? How do you stop this?
They look like Gilbert.
Bullying that goes on in school, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Gilbert is right here. He's a public resource, and nobody's talking.
Were you beaten a lot? Seriously, were you?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't easy.
No.
Because I'm, even me, as intimidating looking as I am.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to fight you.
Yes. They go, let's stay away from him. He's pretty big.
Who is the latest person to go in and shoot up his school? He's supposed to be arraigned as an adult today.
Right.
For the killing of 2 kids and the wounding of 13 other people. And I don't know who's writing our newspapers these days, but I'm always amazed at what they decide to print in these articles, and it's in an incredulous manner. They don't believe this happened. They're now reporting that the kids who were shot in the back.
Yeah, like who cares? Yeah.
You don't think he's walking up and saying, could you turn around? I want to shoot you?
Yeah, that's not manly to shoot someone in the back.
Yeah, can you believe it? He shot these kids
It would have been one thing if a 4th grader actually was facing you and you shot him.
Yeah, right.
Then you'd have a reason to.
Yeah, can you believe that? I know. I saw that on the front page of the paper. I was kind of shocked that it's like incredulous.
Yeah. Well, how do you not know that they were shot in the back?
You'd be justified in shooting a kid in the chest.
Yeah, right. That's what they make it seem like.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's going on, and they say now that this is the first day the 1,900 students from that school will be returning, and they don't know why. No one told anybody that this kid had been talking for weeks about shooting up the school.
Right.
And the law enforcement people say he's talked a lot. He's been very forthcoming about talking about the attack and how he planned it for several weeks and how he got the gun. And they say he reloaded 4 times.
4 times.
4 times. They think he shot off about 30 rounds. He still had 8 bullets in the gun. But
he told him he was kidding. when he talked about it.
By the way,
he says they say he's shown absolutely no remorse. You know, he just talks about it in a rather matter-of-fact fashion. So
Gilbert's been corresponding with that kid through email.
I don't like the way he shot him in the back, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if a guy has a gun, wouldn't you be running from him anyway? You have to be shot in the back.
Absolutely.
Head for the hills.
Yeah.
But they carry on like that's a surprise.
Go ahead. What else is in
The
there?
other thing that is a real surprise to me is they say
we had Gilbert back on?
They say we are recovering today from the big snowstorm.
Right.
It was scary.
We are recovering from the news reports about this.
Recovering from bad reports. Gilbert, there was no snow. What is going on?
That was like 24 hours a day for a week.
Yes.
Oh, and then...
Did you stock up? Did you go to the supermarket?
No, surprising. And then, like, yesterday, I saw some guy went all the way out of New York State.
Yes.
To some place where there was a snow.
Yeah, he had to go find the snow.
And he stuck like a ruler to show that it's almost a foot. And he goes, you see?
There is a foot of snow.
Like the snow. It's like...
We swear there is snow here.
Yeah, there's snow, but it's not here.
It was kind of like the Y2K thing, you know.
It was a big hype.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much ado about nothing. So anyway, we're recovering from our news reports about snow, not the snow itself. And they say there's going to be another storm this weekend.
Oh, I'm scared now.
So get ready.
I can't even believe...
We have accumulations equal to the snow we just had.
Oh, and they went from, like, 5 feet of snow to like 3 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Right. How'd that happen?
Yeah.
Why don't they know? Is it the global warming effect? Look who I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking a comedian.
Yeah, scientist.
Who was beat up by black people.
Could you put on your scientist hat?
Which really narrows it down.
Hey, I heard something weird about you, that your sister is a famous photojournalist. Is that true?
Yeah, she's a photographer.
Really?
Yeah.
A photojournalist?
Yeah.
Is she famous?
I don't know.
Do you ever meet her?
Yeah, no.
You don't like to talk to her?
She won't return my calls.
All right, well, that's understandable.
Really? Who is she?
Melba Gottfried.
Yeah.
He'll never tell you anything.
You'll never know. Okay.
Will she take your photo? Will she do your press photo?
Has she done those?
No, I have to go in those machines, 3 for $1.
Have you ever sat for your sister?
What does she take pictures of? Maybe Gilbert's not the subject she's looking for.
No, I think she's looking for somebody different than Gilbert.
Anyway,
she is a famous photojournalist, Eileen Gottfried.
Is that her name?
That's true.
Oh,
am I right? Am I wrong? Am I revealing too much?
Everything.
It's like whenever I say it, it's like a shock that.
Yes.
that
he's giggling like he doesn't know what you're talking about.
You can't even. He can't even believe that he has a sister. Yeah. It's like you're telling him for the first time.
Don't talk about my sister. I'm here.
Oh yeah, I do have a sister. Here is the president of the Gilbert Gottfried fan club.
Oh, okay.
Is this
the president of the Gilbert Gottfried fan club.
I think this is real.
Is that right?
You little prick.
What?
You listen up, you little prick. I'm going to do to you what Selena did to her girl. I'm going to put my hands around your little Jewish neck and squeeze every drop of crap out of it.
Well, he certainly...
But Selena wasn't choked.
Right.
Yeah.
Your comedy's impure. Go ahead, Robin.
What a fan. Okay. Yesterday I told you that this guy was supposed to be put to death. Well, the Supreme Court has now decided to take another look. They put a stay of execution on the guy's date because he is retarded. They say, well, what is retarded? He's got an IQ
right here
of about 70.
No, but shouldn't retarded people be executed?
Yes.
Of course.
Everybody should be
How
executed.
come it's so hard to execute people?
It's getting more and more difficult to execute people because the lawyers have gotten so good at these defenses. It's just unbelievable. The defense by insanity. Of course you're insane if you kill someone.
No,
so
you
what?
know what I think it is? That it's so long between the time they actually commit the crime.
You start feeling bad for them.
Yeah, you start saying, oh, it's a human being.
You're right.
Not the animal who slayed these 2 girls and threw them off a bridge.
People feel bad, but I don't feel bad.
But by the time they do execute them, they're old enough to die anyway.
And then you feel bad for them. They're old.
Yeah, it's like they're in their 90s.
He can't even lift a fly.
Yeah, and look, I'll tell you something. A retarded person, there's plenty of retards out there who don't kill people. They know enough. Just because the guy's retarded doesn't mean he shouldn't be executed.
And he's on the borderline. This man is in Missouri.
Right.
They decided to stop his execution yesterday and re-look at the case because of the mental impairment.
They said, what, are you a retard?
Let me ask Gary the retard. Gary the retard, do you think the retard should be executed? Gary?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but...
The U.S. Supreme Court may review the constitutionality of putting a mentally impaired person to death.
Yeah,
apparently that's violating their civil rights or something.
Right.
There's word today that a lawsuit by the woman who suffered a fractured skull during the 1997 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade has settled her suit.
That's the woman now.
How are you, honey? You feeling better? What happened? The balloon fell on your head? I said, did the balloon fall on your head?
Yeah, baby.
You remember that? The Cat in the Hat.
Are you still in pain?
Yeah, baby.
And his head hit the lamppost.
Are you gonna sue the city?
Yeah, baby.
Do you want to see Gilbert at Caroline's?
Yeah, baby.
All right.
She was in a coma for nearly a month after the accident. I don't know how she's doing now, but...
Have you ever made a homosexual pass at me?
Yeah, baby.
The lawsuit has been settled. She was seeking $95 million in compensatory damages and $300 million in punitive damages. They are not saying what they settled the suit for, but they think she got millions.
Right. Well, listen, rightly so.
She deserves it.
Absolutely.
But I don't think you should go to parades anyway, so...
Yeah, I think...
go at your own risk.
Should never be another parade. Go ahead, Robin.
Now,
you don't go to parades, do you?
No. Was that the Cat in the Hat that killed her?
The Cat in the Hat got her.
Right.
Yeah, baby.
Yesterday, of course, because of that shooting, they were debating gun control laws once again in Congress. And our own Senator, Charles Schumer, has said, surely, I mean, of course, we have all these arguments about whether we should limit the access to guns, but surely we can come to some agreement about some parental controls and what people should do with these guns when they have them in the home. Here is Senator Chuck.
We've had such deadlock in the Congress on this. We'd like to do something to stop this. And I think this is a common sense way that people who have different ideological views on guns could come together and finally do some good.
Wonder what he said.
What? No, he's saying that parents should control the guns they have in their homes.
Oh, they should.
Yeah. If we can't keep them out of their hands, let's make some rules about what they should be doing with the guns when they take them home.
I keep my guns.
Baby.
I keep my guns in my purse. So what? Who cares?
A Western New York woman has been sentenced to 6 months in jail. And do you think this is wrong? She has admitted she coaxed her children to shoplift at stores.
Wow.
29-year-old Tanya Turnbull of Livonia told investigators that she had 2 of her 5 sons, ages 9 and 11, steal Buffalo Bills jackets from Sears in Henrietta. On another occasion, she had 2 other sons take cartoon videotapes and video games from the supermarket. One of her sons told a school teacher about the theft, and the teacher notified the Livingston County authorities.
Yes, Double A, what is it?
Hey, what's going on now?
Hey, man.
Since you are in news, I want to know, is Fred the new head writer now for the show?
Is Fred the new head writer?
Does he move up?
Does he move up? Well, you know, Jackie was the head writer.
Yeah.
And the only other writer was Fred. But Jackie insisted on that title, head writer. And poor Fred, I guess Fred had to be... Fred, do you want to be the head writer?
That title's retired with Jackie.
You don't want to be head writer?
No, I'm just...
All right, so we'll save it.
Is it also true now that Eric Norris is going to take Jackie's spot?
Yes, that's what we're thinking of doing. Shame on you for making fun of Fred.
But those are valid questions.
Enough people make fun of Fred.
Fred does not want to be head writer.
No, he does not.
All right.
In fact, Fred used to have union meetings with Jackie. Because
Jackie's gone.
Now he's gone, so Fred has to meet with himself.
It's very upsetting.
And it's very boring.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Gilbert, did you ever write on a TV show? Were you ever a writer, a behind-the-scenes kind of guy?
Not just behind the scenes.
No, always with the performer.
Yeah.
So you can't relate to Fred?
No.
There's another person who can't relate to Fred.
No one can relate to
Except Fred.
Whether they're writers or not.
I'm not surprised. A lawsuit has been filed against a policeman in Washington State for using pepper spray to get a 9-year-old boy out of a tree.
Well, how does he explain doing that? Why would you do that?
The boy suffers from multiple behavior disorders. He ran from a treatment center in the Tacoma area last month and climbed a nearby tree. The suit filed by the boy's parents says that the officer used pepper spray after the boy refused to come down. He was handcuffed, arrested, and taken to a juvenile detention center, but the case was dismissed after authorities found out about the boy's condition.
Now, Gilbert, how do you get boys out of trees? When you want that?
A saucer of milk.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
So there you go.
Speaking while we're on the fag subject, Mark Harris was on
Son of the Beach. He's in your episode.
Was he in your episode?
Well, Mark Harris gets locked up in a Jewish slave camp. The Arabs capture him, and he plays Shlomo the Homo.
And I think he wrote a song for that episode.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Did they
Did they let him use
I didn't see him singing in it.
He wrote a song. They said they'd be sending it to you.
Oh. Yeah, but I don't think we had him perform it, because I didn't see any of that in the dailies.
They said they were listening to the song, like, with their jaws hanging open.
Sissy. He's quite good in it.
I did see his thing.
Did you? It was funny, right? I'm Shlomo the Homo. Quite touching.
He was another one who was denying being homosexual.
For a while. Yeah. And bisexual.
But
he
nobody
hit it well.
bought it. He couldn't convince anybody.
He was quite the ladies' man.
Yeah.
A wealthy Westchester judge has been ordered to stop spending money on his girlfriend and pay his estranged wife $12,000 a month. Judge Kenneth Lang has been making about $700,000 a year from a family business that makes air duct filters, according to the state Supreme Court. And I guess he hasn't been giving his wife anything. He's been lavishing money on the new girlfriend. She said she has been receiving $1,500 monthly, the wife said, from her husband, plus about $7,000 a year in Social Security payments. Lang has given his girlfriend, who was not identified, $15,000 to pay for her own divorce, according to the ruling in court, and $240,000 from a retirement account the judge withdrew to buy a house for this girlfriend and her children. So the judge has now ordered him stop giving money to the girlfriend and start giving money to the ex-wife.
This is all about getting vagina. That's all it is, all these problems. You're never going to get married. I heard a rumor you're going to get married, Gilbert.
No.
That's what I heard. I heard you're getting very serious with one girl.
Oh, yeah. It'll be in People magazine.
Would you sell the photos?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to give InStyle the rights to cover the wedding?
Yeah. There'll be helicopters, and I'll be, like, shooting at them.
I always find it odd if I see you step out with a lady. I mean, does the paparazzi stalk you?
Yeah, when you're in Hollywood now, do you actually date?
How do you date without the paparazzi following you?
Well, one time, I remember I was talking to Mike Walker, and I said, does the Inquirer ever get any dirt on me? No. And he says, yeah, a couple of times. And I said, so how come nothing's ever been printed? And he goes, well, no one really cares.
No one cares about you.
They said, if you said it about, like, Tom Hanks or Jim Carrey,
it'd be
all
interesting,
right.
Yeah. I don't want to read about you.
But not Gilbert.
Wow.
You know, we've been sort of laughing at Sean Puffy Combs, but maybe we shouldn't.
Why?
Because he has a gun.
That's right.
Right, I'm not going to laugh.
The guy who actually threw the money at Puffy, and the whole thing started because he threw this money. He ran from town rather than testify at this trial.
Wow.
And they looked and looked and looked for him. They finally found him, and they dragged him back here.
Oh, please, I don't want to go back.
And now they're not even going to have him testify. Because apparently he just won't testify against Puff Daddy.
Wow.
I'm beginning to think a lot of these black rappers are actually criminals.
When did you come to that conclusion?
I don't know. It's a crazy theory.
Well, you're going out on a limb with that.
This is a pretty wild guy, and if he's afraid to testify against Puff Daddy, maybe we should all take him a little more seriously.
Right.
So they're just going to use the guy's statement that he gave to the police right after, in which he said that both Puff Daddy and this guy Shine pulled guns when they were in that.
In that case, I have no jokes.
What up, President?
Are you going to give us a tax
And we'll have that much more to
And this guy's a fag?
I'm thinking gay guys don't even want to have sex with him.
Oh.
Even if you out there do not believe
Dr. Smith on Lost in Space laughs at this guy. What?
This is from Fiddler on the Roof.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
He's Tevye.
Wow.
But he's terrific on Son of the Beach stuff.
But in small doses. Can't take a lot of that. Anyway, Napster's in trouble with the courts and the music industry. They have been told to stop allowing people to download copyrighted music. So yesterday, Napster was still allowing that. And a judge has now given them 3 days to get it in gear and stop all the copyrighted music from being downloaded on that site. But Napster keeps saying they need more information from the music industry, so I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Metallica's lawyer says that if Napster complies with the latest edicts from the court, the band will be satisfied.
Here's KC with some sort of information.
Howard, I know what's going to happen here. Say they're going to block, like, say all Britney Spears stuff, right? So we type in Britney Spears, it's going to block it.
That's right.
But if you type in Britney Spears with a Z at the end, then you're going to be able to get it. You follow me?
Yeah. Well, I got news for you. The courts are going to see through that.
Yeah.
It's going to change. What I can't believe is the court hasn't just shut down the whole goddamn thing until Napster can prove that they can protect copyrighted material. And this makes no sense.
It just drags it on and on and on.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was at Oxford.
Okay, I'm leaving.
I'm angry.
I can't believe he made a fool out of me.
At Oxford University last night, talking on behalf of his Heal the Kids charity. They say he showed up 3 hours late as a result of seeing a doctor about his broken foot. He broke his foot as a result.
To receive a spanking whether you did something wrong or not. Right. And get the gabagoo. Get the gabagoo ready. From my rectum. The right to accidentally get gabagoo in your rectum.
That's amazing. Meanwhile, there's a story in one of the papers today that Jackson requested a meeting with Justin Timberlake of NSYNC.
I'd like his gabagoo in my rectum.
Dr. Justin Timberlake's gabagoo.
I'd like Justin Timberlake to accidentally put his gabagoo in my rectum.
And they say when Justin showed up, he brought along Britney Spears.
He brought along Britney Spears.
Yeah, and
but she doesn't have a gabagoo.
The indication was, according to the story,
get rid of Britney and let Justin gabagoo accidentally put his gabagoo in my rectal passage.
Jackson is disappointed that Britney came along for this meeting.
Was he really?
That's what they say in the story. I wasn't there.
Well, where the hell's her gabagoo?
What about a girl? You want girls, we go to a bar.
I want NSYNC to accidentally put their gabagoos in my rectum.
A UN agency is calling for an end to child marriages.
Oh, yes.
Yes, they're common.
How are you going to get married now, Gilbert?
In Africa and Asia.
Yeah, in Africa and Asia, they can marry as young as 5.
Yeah, and UNICEF says young girls suffer both physically and emotionally from these child marriages.
Marrying a guy at 5 is bad for them emotionally?
That's right. It violates their rights to freedom and growth. So,
Gilbert was moving to Africa.
Yes.
They say it constitutes a violation of
dues. I take him as my lovely little husband.
Is that an
dues.
African?
Where's the gabagoo?
I want some African gabagoo.
Free consent to marriage. So they point out that pregnancy-related deaths are the leading cause of mortality for girls ages 15 to 19 worldwide.
Yeah, Gilbert's killing them all off.
My rectum is worldwide now. Because all the gabagoo that accidentally got there.
Organizations to discourage child marriages and to educate parents and young people that this is the wrong thing to do.
Anything else in the news, Robin?
Well, of course.
Besides Gabagoo?
business news, because Gilbert's in show business.
Yeah, sort of. Now that he's on Hollywood Squares and Son of the Beach.
David Arquette, you mentioned him today. He's in a new movie called C-Spot Run. But when they were talking to him as he was out on the promotional trail, he says he hopes his wife will take on some more serious roles in movies.
He's playing with a dog, and he's worried about his wife? Gotta be kidding me. Boy, you'd love a wife like Courtney Cox.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I like Cox.
I still don't think people even know the extent of what she's capable of.
No.
She married him.
That was a surprise.
Let's hope for you if he can get her.
It'll be really amazing.
I really love Cox.
I love Cox.
Give me more Cox. I like Aniston, but I love Cox.
So people don't know her range, Howard. She's got a lot more to offer than people have seen so far.
Well, we originally wanted her to play the Jew on Son of the Beach.
We had Kylie Bax and Carmen Electra in there earlier. They're in a new movie called Get Over It. And I understand that Heather Graham is also in that film.
Yes, she was too big to come in here.
What is the reason behind her comparison of this film to Romeo and Juliet?
I said it was the Romeo and Juliet of the white trash world because we want to be together, but then the tragedy is that...
Oh, please. All right.
Is she more attracted to the wacky,
Heather Graham, how do you like acting? Heather Graham, what do you think of your what do you think of your latest role in Hollywood? All right, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, God, imagine that.
What sound do you make during sex?
All right, thank you.
Is she more into the wacky characters she plays, or does she like playing the serious girls?
I think in life, probably a lot of my friends, like, they'll laugh at me and they'll be like, "Oh my God, you're funny." I'm like, "I am." You know what I mean? Like, I'm just unintentionally funny. She's hysterical. So maybe that's...
I love these people who think they're funny at home.
You know, she could laugh me into bed because she's just so funny.
I think whenever
if you want to be with a funny person, be with Gilbert.
If I try to be funny, I'm not, and if I don't.
Oh, I just want you to know that all my friends think I'm funny, and that.
And actually, she's not in Get Over It. She's in the new movie called Say It Ain't So.
You know what sound my rectum makes when I have gabagoo in it?
She's opening up for Gilbert Gottfried. Caroline's up there. That's how funny she is.
Who is in Get Over It with Kylie Bax and Carmen Electra is Martin Short.
Oh, Marty Short. You know what was funny? His TV show.
Does he worry about being too over the top when playing real-life characters?
The reality is I always...
The reality?
In situations where I have to play a quote-unquote over-the-top character, I'll think, well, how do you...
This guy loves to be interviewed.
He's becoming Jerry Lewis.
Yeah. Three-dimensional.
Well,
and then you go to, like, a store to buy bread, and the guy behind the counter is completely insane, and you think, well, wait a second. Oh, yeah, that's right. There are lunatics.
When I go into a store to buy bread.
Yeah. Oh, so what what character is really over the top?
I mean, there's so many ways of looking at it and examining it.
You know what it is? You know what? You're making believe you're somebody.
Yeah.
He is turning into Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
Here's Jerry Lewis on The View.
Speaking of ladies, I read that you said way back when you used to be quite the womanizer, and you would do 4, maybe 5 broads in an afternoon. Now, is this true? Oh. 4. Oh, you know. Yes, ma'am.
It's true. I did it yesterday. One transvestite, though. That was really
3.5.
Well, he's a scream.
Oh, boy.
I said, soon they'll do away with all these talk shows and they'll just go. I'd watch that. Okay, what else? Anything, Robin?
15 Minutes is a new film starring Ed Burns and Robert De Niro.
Oh. I saw it.
You are very good.
What did you
I like it.
It's a good movie.
I liked it.
Melina Kanekalena. What's her name? Kanakandrecki. My goodness.
Mort Kandrecki.
She is playing Robert De Niro's girlfriend in this movie.
Very good-looking girl.
What is that like?
Hey! A lot of rehearsal. We did a lot of research together. We hung out a lot together. So I felt really comfortable with him.
Yeah, they had a research. I saw the movie. There's nothing to research.
What were they researching?
Yeah, they were making out.
Craig Kilborn, host of the Late Late Show.
You ever do his show?
No.
How come they don't have you on any of these late shows?
I don't know.
I don't think you're that funny.
Yeah, that's it.
It's trying to dawn on me. I'm the only one who thinks you're funny. That's my problem.
He's hosting the 3rd Annual TV Guide Award.
Right.
And here he's going to tell us about new developments for the Late Late Show.
Yes, new developments on the Late Late Show. Country Western 24/7. Yeehaw.
All right. Okay. He wants to be like, what, Letterman? Even Letterman's not Letterman anymore. Right? He tries to be funny.
Oh, yes.
He's certainly not Letterman. Kelsey Grammer is also in 15 Minutes.
And I'll tell you, he's a good actor because he